So for the personal project, I made this folder. So that was actually, I'd already talked about this in a while because you've seen a few videos. I think in the process journal I've updated them. But basically in our document, by 30th June, I think the date today is 14th, no, it's 24th. So by 30th June we had to finish on researching codes and making a database on Firebase and also produce all folders. So we're already done with that. So we are 6 days early, which is a very good sign because then we can work on making the document better in quality. So that'll be good. So this is okay. So we are on time. And basically, this is what I have been using to get all of the information that we need. So what I'm going to do is just quickly delete this collection completely so that we don't have anything inside, and we're going to start another collection and we're going to give it exactly the same ID so that it's basically very simple. We're just going to auto ID the document and that's it. So we've got updates. So what we're going to do now is just have a look at these. I'm sure the updates must not work anymore, so that's okay. So now this is my index.html folder. So we're going to open it 2 times so that we have both Swahili and English types of pages opened up. So this is the loading screen. Then we have the first picture. I will have to change these things. We're going to do that in a bit because I said we're going to work on quality as I'm 6 days early, so that'll be good. So now we've come to the language selection pane and I'm going to continue in English, and for this one I'm going to select continue in Swahili. So here we are, and what I have to do is just go to new post and then we have to add a new post. So for the title, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it test, and over here we're going to put English for our content, and we're just going to put in some random things. So basically the idea is that this title is going to be slightly different, and also we're going to have a few more options where people can put in their number so they can get contacted, because there's not going to be any signing in things. So that's the reason why. So as you can see, the post was saved. So if we go over here onto our dashboard and refresh it, we can see that we have our test over here. Even in Momtel 8, if we go to our dashboard, we can see that the test is here, and even in our database, even in our main database, we can see that the test is here. So let's just delete this one because it's not really useful at this point. So we're just going to delete this document completely and we're going to just get rid of it. Now the idea is that the people from Course General should have access to this Firebase database online, and that's basically it, because once they have access to this, they'll be able to delete all files and other things. Also, when somebody inspects this thing's code, the website's code, they will get access to from the console, I think from the sources, yeah, they will get access to the database information. So if they go to JavaScript and they go to the main JavaScript document, here they'll have access to the ID of the database. And since this is an open database for now, we will need to change that. So these 6 days I'm going to work on finding a way to do that, but for now these updates work perfectly well. And as we deleted this old one, if we were to refresh this page, we wouldn't have that blank thing anymore, even on this one. So if we refresh the page, so it works completely well. Now let's go to Swahili and try doing exactly the same thing. Here, as you can see, the language is completely in Swahili. So let's make another test. We just put it test, and we're going to name this Kiswahili, and then give in a bunch of more numbers and some information over here, and we're going to post this. And over here we're going to get this green thing, which is exactly the same thing but in Swahili. So if we refresh the page and we're in English, you can see that this thing has been completely posted, and we can also post it twice. So I pressed the post button again, and as you can see over here, we've got it again. So we've just posted exactly the same thing 2 times. So to get this changed, we will again have to go to the database and then do all of this stuff. It might be a bit manual, but then once the Course General staff will get access to this, they'll be able to do everything, because then they'll have their IT department work on the website. And over here, there's also one other thing. If I don't have a title and I only have content, I will be able to post it, but if I have a title and no content, I will still be able to post it. So I'll need to work on that. I'll need to ensure that I just fix that, because over here you can see there's only content, there's only a title, and also to prevent bulk spamming and things like that. So once you go to the dashboard, you can see it's completely reactive and it's real time. So if I was to open this completely all over again, I think we're still going to have all of the responses and all of the information right on to the website. So let's just wait for this to load. Like always, it's going to make all of this scrolling screen and things. Okay, now let's just continue in English. And as you can see, everything is still here, and that's just because it's working with this database. So even if we completely get rid of the database, still everything is just going to be working fine and working as normal. So let's say if this was supposed to be posted online, everyone will be able to post things and everyone will be able to get their content out. Now after this, now that we are done with this, I think next month on July we're going to start designing the website, and we're also going to start making the format better, because this is not really that much of a good format, and also give a bunch of more options and do a lot of more things. Also, I found some spelling mistakes, maybe because I was really quick, but definitely we're going to change all of that. So that's basically the idea, and I think that's it for this month. That's it for June, and I think I'm going to resume the personal project now after doing all the corrections and everything and putting that on the journal next month, July. So for now, that's the end.